The time is 11:14 a.m., September 27th, year 2024. I am to report I have formally been utterly hacked out of the USPS informed delivery. I will not, in my situation I'm in with how I say the letter I from traumatic events, I'm not going to describe in full detail what I had to go through to verify and confirm without any question that I've been hacked out. But I will give a few things to say. No matter what phone number I used, I have two phones, two lines, nada, won't work. No matter what email I used, nada, won't work. They got into my security questions initially that I use. I can't explain it. It's so right, I don't have to. Nada, won't work. I noticed that right away. They got into the security questions. Nothing worked. Then they kept blocking me out. By the time I was finally able to succeed and verify a few things that the thing needs to give you a way to look at mail, they still blocked me out through the cell phone. The cell phone that I put in, they blocked me out again. Once I did that, it was like I was actively dueling it out with someone on the other end. I have felt that way with their fucking hacks very often. I don't believe so. I don't know enough about hacking to say a word about this. It's maddening. I woke up and they're blocking me out of looking at the mail coming here. I don't believe that that's why. I believe it has to do with a myriad of other things that they do with the hardware and the IEDs. I've said this before, but I'm forbidden from talking about anything. I believe that's why they did it. Because at the time it took me 4 tries. I can't explain what the 4 tries are. Starting over is the best I can say. By the 4th starting over, trying to start over, get in, make new, anything to get to the mail, there was all this combat that erupted underneath my chair. I'm not going to describe or explain the combat. I have a million times before. All right, I'm never normally allowed, is forbidden in all caps, from explaining the combat or testifying or talking about it in here. Let me give you my range I use. I use orders, and then I use I can't remember them all right now, impromptu. I just can't recall. I'd have to sit, and because I'm so fucking injured, my recall is toast. But there's a few in between. There's like orders and highest order. Then this is how I can't find word to explain. This is how I know things. Let me just make clear. There's orders, highest orders, commandment, and then like highest commandment. It's not quite what I range it on when I say highest commandment, because I'm literally making that one up because I can't recall it. Okay, but the range goes like this. So let's do it for the last time to be clear. Orders, highest orders, commandment, highest commandment. Then there's biblical, then there's scripture, and then there's cosmos. Now, Jesus said there's one after that. There's actually an outer cosmos. I haven't had the time when I'm in this kind of trenches and combat to look that up, folks, okay? But apparently there's another layer to your outer space. There's cosmos and another. And when you get to that other, that's the ultimate max. Okay? And lately, that's where I've been when it comes to being told what to do. I'm in the beyond cosmos is what I've been calling it for about, I can't say how long I've been ranging my things. I'm beyond cosmos, commanded. And then Jesus, he'll times it. He'll square it, or he'll times it by 2. So I've been squared beyond cosmos for almost a permanent state here for months. That's why I was off the internet for almost 10 days. It was beyond cosmos squared. Okay? I'm never, beyond Cosmos Squared, allowed to talk about the combat. The absolute outright shit, like I said, with the walkie-talkie. Oh, you know it was, but I'm forbidden from talking about it today. What happened yesterday? I know what I fucking heard. I'm going to at least say that, and we have to drop it. So I believe the hacking has to do with the combat. It's stuff that's not going to be in my department. You all know what I went to school for. Everybody knows my background. So, yeah, I had a really hard life. Right, I grew up in kitchens, and I didn't do nothing with my life, but I always wanted to get a college degree. I started going to college at 22. I never really stopped. I just kept going, and going. Half the classes I dropped out of, half the classes I failed. I got a D, but I didn't get a lot of bad grades. If people were to look at my grades, I dropped out. I was a smart girl, but I stayed on campus and I kept going and I kept going. For example, I know I'm babbling. I need to talk. I'm always alone in here. So I'm just going to go completely off the rails into something weird. And I'm talking about constitutional law. I took a constitutional law class in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania when I was back in school there. I was about 31. I didn't think I was going to pass the class. I knew I wasn't really ready for that class. No, you needed a lot more English classes, so on and so forth. I just didn't have it. But it was so good for me to take the class, and I took the whole class. I got a bad grade in that class, but I think I passed. Anyways, I'd like to look at the transcripts. I don't quite remember. I knew I wasn't going to make the class, and I had a bad attitude. Some of the attitude was early recovery. I was a newly sober young woman, and some of the attitude was I'm just a punk. I'm a straight anarchist punk. I don't play a lot of the anarchy punk rock. No, but I don't need to. I mean, that is part of my core. It would be like playing your heart and soul every day on the internet. If you want to put up a rudimentary Peni or a Crass, so on and so forth, mostly British punk. You play that every day. There's other music, so, I play other stuff, But, I mean, that is my core. It's true anarchist, communist punk rock. It's more than just music to me, absolutely. This is why I believe God is saying, when you get out of this fucked up shit, 1509 S Street Northwest, what the fuck is this shit here? When you get out of it, take economics. God's guided me to stay in school, take these weird classes. He's doing it again. But I don't think I'm going to quite go to these disgusted United States tramp sugar daddy call girl. I screw old men. I'm 21 and I'm screwing 50-year-old guys. I'm screwing 60-year-old gray old men. Nothing against the 60-year-olds, because I know I'm 48, but when you're fucking 21, that's not the fuck okay. When I was 21 and 22 on college, I did not want an old grandpa for no boyfriend, I'll tell you that. Oh no. That's what they look like when you're 21, and it's the truth. Okay, no offense to men who are older. I'm not trying to offend them. We need to be honest. Young women look at you like you are old. Young men look at me like I'm an old lady. I think that's so creepy, women my age that go out with 20-year-old men. That is so gnarly, nasty. Oh, no way. Oh, no way, dude. There's something wrong with that woman? Get her away from your fucking little toddlers. I'm sorry, I would if I had a young kid and this woman was hanging out who was screwing some 21-year-old and she was 45. I wouldn't really want her around my kid. And that's the honest conversations we need to have, folks. And these college campuses here in the United States are disgusting. They use all the soccer fields and football fields for all this stuff the special ops have to deal with and the good military. They have these tramps as president at Harvard. They put them in those positions deliberately to say they justify genocide of Jewish people. I want her, before she's hung in public, to write an essay on that. You fucking freak whore. These creeps think they're taking over my country. All right. I got it out. Felt good. Point to this video, 10 minutes in. They hacked the living life out of my mail. There's no mail I can get on to look at the phone thing. Nope, over and toast and done. And while I was trying to fix the thing, all this combat broke out that I am normally beyond cosmos, whatever that is called, I'll look it up someday. Beyond cosmos, I am normally forbidden from even talking about. I witness stuff and things in here because I'm forbidden again to talk about it every day. Every fucking day. Last night, I can't talk about last night. I was surprised I reported that. It was turned around and instructed and guided to me to report that. So who that was, which I can't talk about it, who that was up there was supposed to go on your pretty lovely little Instagram for your little deranged high school and college deranged sugar daddy slut fucks. I go to U of A. I'm a sugar daddy slut fuck deranged bitch. I'm getting my degree in nursing so I can do dance troupes around dead corpses. Fucking fucks. I hate you, Americans. Did I remind you that today? You have created a monster. All right. Oh, you're disgusting people. I can't talk about this terror cell, but this terror cell is all it took, dude. Nobody likes you, America. You're pretty deranged. All right. Anyways, I forgot my point. I'm so fucking furious at the United States. So they hacked me. Okay. I'm not supposed to report anything, but that incident last night was instructed, turned right around to report. And I'm going to go because I can't believe I'm still in here. I can't believe this is still happening. They're still hacking me and all this combat breaks out. It had to do with that. I mean, you can deduce that much. It wasn't just to keep me from looking at my mail. I mean, how pitiful. Oh, you smoke a lot of crack, huh? Do you smoke that shit with you disgusting whores? And then I wonder, how are these 60, 65-year-old men still alive with all that crack they're fucking ingesting? I'm done, dude. Something's keeping these creeps in the United States alive, and it's not these despots. It's some sort of higher power that's keeping them blinking, breathing, and walking. End of discussion. Adios.